What is up, party people? It's your boy Voltron with another Anchor video. So today's video is inspired by Island Stock. He's a Twitter follower, big Anchor fan. He's been an Anchor fan for a while. And he let me onto this chase. He goes, hey, go check this out. In Singapore, something's happening in Singapore. So your boy Voltron, he had a long day at work today. I got up at 3 a.m. It is almost 7:30 p.m. So you guys can calculate the hours, but even then I said, hey, we gotta see what's happening in Singapore. And our girl, Krinsa, who works at Anchor, was spotted in Singapore. And she's in the Google headquarters out there. So something is brewing. Again, I don't know what's happening out there, but lots of stuff seems to be happening in Singapore. Krinsa is at the Google headquarters, and this has to be official business. You know, why would someone just walk into the Google headquarters unless you're going to be talking business? And she met a person there who we've met before. And my memory is not perfect, but I could swear that in the video where we talked about Anchor in Pakistan, that dude that she went to speak with who works at Google was there. So there's something being worked on behind the scenes. But since we're in Singapore, I said, hey, let's see what else is happening. And then we start to find out that Binance is thinking about starting to put stablecoins, pegging stablecoins to other denominations other than the United States dollar, because regulations is going to be a big deal here in the USA, and they're going to make it hard because you got old money trying to prevent new money. So they're going to do their best to try to keep the new money out of the playing field. So the main dog, top dog at Binance is saying, hey, we may need to start pegging it to other currencies, like just the euro, like Singapore's dollar. And we're in Singapore, and we know Binance has that link with Anchor. And who else is in Singapore? Tencent. Many of you guys may not have heard of Tencent, but they are a giant. Just look at some of the companies that they control, that they have a stake in. WeChat, for example. Riot Games. Speaking of Riot Games, we're starting to see more connections. Riot Games is hooked up with our friends in Brazil, Latitude.sh. So we're starting to see all these connections, all these partnerships that we see develop do not appear to be random. They all appear to be like a circular economy starting to come together, and things are starting to grow. And Tencent is a big gaming company. They are also into mobile banking. They introduced mobile banking to Singapore, and it is the biggest mobile banking. And didn't our boy Chandler Song once say, why worry? Crypto hasn't even gone mobile. And remember we made those videos about banking? Things are starting to making sense now. We're starting to see how these connections are starting to play together, fit nicely. This puzzle starting to be visualized now. So Tencent is out in Singapore. They are having an event to talk about the future. And guess what? They're talking also about artificial intelligence, machine learning, healthcare, all the stuff we talked about on the channel. And Anchor's going to be one of the speakers with them. Metaverse in a box. Is that going to be a new product that we're going to start to hear about? Could be. So lots of things are happening. All these connections are starting to make sense. All these connections are starting to click. And this is where I wish our boy Unusual Due Diligence would come back, because this is something that could be a half-hour video, because there's so much stuff. And in multiple parts, because there's so much stuff coming out of Singapore. And what else? The NBA is involved. Tencent and the NBA are involved. So those connections with the Sacramento Kings, the Pelicans, are starting to make sense. So now we just need time to see what is starting to unfold, because the hitman told us pretty soon we're going to be hearing something about a secret project. Anyway, guys, until next time, peace out, safe investing.